Welcome back. Are you guys ready for today? I'm not either. I'm not either. But if you have water and a towel, let's get this party started. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Grandma Gaines. You can call me Tracy. This is my faithful assistant, Lagertha. I am a reselling grandma on multiple platforms. If you're interested in the reselling portion of my channel, I leave links in the description box of all my videos. Well, most all of them. But these morning live streams are all about being a healthier version of ourselves. Again, I am not a professional fitness anything. I take the first break of my morning and I like to work out. So, today we are doing a 20-minute walk, which is, we're probably going to end up doing a little bit more than a mile. So a tad bit more than a mile, and day 2 of the challenge, chair challenge with the weights. So if you're ready, let's get started. We always start with a warm-up, and our warm-up consists of basically 4 moves. Well, truthfully, the walking workout consists of basically 4 moves. Walking in place, kicks, side steps, and knee lifts. Not necessarily in that order. Now, we'll throw a new move in once in a while. We always add arms. And what else? I'll do the best I can to let you know of the move coming up. So let's do some kicks. Low and not too fast. So visualize a ball and give it a little kick. Now remember, we don't have a stiff straight leg, so we're not doing this. That's a big no. Make sure you're bending your knee. Almost tipped over. Bend your knee. Kick, kick. So visualize a ball and give it a kick. Three important tips. Well, actually, we have turned them into the golden rules. Golden rule number 1, core tight all the time. Golden rule number 2, never hold your breath. And golden rule number 3, release the tension in your shoulders. Let's go back to walking. Release the tension in your shoulders. And I like to say, take it a step farther. Unclench your fists. So, yes, you can have a closed hand. Just don't clench it. So nice relaxed fists and uncurl your toes. That's the worst part for me. I clench my toes immediately. Knee lifts. Good posture. So that means shoulders in line with your hips. And just lift those knees. Walking in place. The last move I have for you are side steps. And again, basically, that's our whole workout until we get to the challenge. Side steps. We are simply stepping out to the side, bringing the other foot over to meet it, making sure it gets planted on the floor every single time. Now, don't forget, all the workouts we do together can be modified for your fitness level. If you have a higher fitness level, maybe you want to jog while we're walking. Walk right here. Maybe you're going to use weights the whole time. If you have low fitness level, a lower one, you won't be walking as fast. You won't be lifting your arms as high. You won't be kicking as high. And you can totally do it from a chair as well. You just have to modify. So pump the arms back and forth, never up and down. That's wasting energy. When we pump our arms back and forth, our feet automatically follow, whether you move them fast or slow. So again, I hope you are well hydrated and ready to get the party started. Make sure you always bring extra water to the party because we will need it. Side steps. A little wider. Now you know the moves. Make them your own. The most important part of working out is to smile and have fun. If you're not having fun, you won't come back, right? Walking in place. Core tight. I'll say it the whole time we're working out. And it's generally, really, it's not to tell you what to do, kicks. It is to remind me, because I see myself, and I see when I get sloppy. And walking in place. You guys, I can so totally feel yesterday's chair challenge. In my arms, in the back of my legs. Yepper. Knee lifts right here. Core tight. Never holding our breath. Oh my gosh. I tell you, my allergies are horrible. And it's just causing my chest, my asthma is causing my chest to just close right up. Deep breath in and out. But one thing I can tell you for sure, by the end of this workout, I'm going to be able to breathe so much better, and I'll be feeling much better. Walking in place. I'm also an ex-smoker, if anybody's new. So I'm 54 now, and I started smoking when I was way too young, way too young. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. We all know that. Early teens. Yeah, and so thankful I quit. I quit in 2015, Sidesteps. Was it 2015? No, it was, oh my gosh, no. It was 2010. So it has been 15, 25 years. It's what, 25? No, it's 15 years. Good Lord, woman, where'd you go to school? So what I'm trying to say is, if you are an ex-smoker, maybe you still smoke. First of all, talk to your healthcare provider. Make sure it's safe to do these workouts. And that's for everybody. Kicks. Mentioned I'm not a professional, so talk to your healthcare provider. And then, don't sweat it. If you're like, oh my gosh, these smokers' lungs won't let me get through these. They will. Slow your pace and just continue. As we get stronger and healthier, our lungs get stronger and healthier. So it's been 15 years, right? 2010 to 25, yeah. And truthfully, most of my troubles is the fact that I have allergies, knee lifts, pet allergies, and outdoor allergies. Core tight, good posture. No more on the breathing. Just do it, okay? Just breathe. Walking in place. 2 forward, 2 back. 1, 1, 2, 2. Should have brought a hair tie. I think I say that just about every morning now. Hello, good morning. We are probably halfway through our mile. Staying right here. Side steps. With a nice little bend to your knees. First of all, you never want to lock your knees anyways. That will cause injury. So a nice little bend. And then if you sit into these, you ask those same muscles to work harder. Arms, oh goodness, they're not working. Walking in place. Deep breath in and out. Kicks. Good posture. Core tight. Opposites. Walking in place, deep breath in and out. Core tight. Keep moving those arms. Forward and back. The closer you keep your steps, the faster you can move. And we have a commercial. We can skip in a minute. So keep walking back and forth. Yipper, I'm starting to sweat, you guys. and hold. You don't want to hurt yourself. As we continue to do this, you're going to get stronger. Your muscles are going to be leaner, and you won't need the towel. Let's switch to the other side. That's just saying if you need help, use the towel. Rest. I guess maybe next time for my sweat towel, I'll just bring a larger one. We're going to stretch, sitting in the chair. Feet wide. Bending over. Hands on the floor, or as far as you can, close you can get them. And relax that head. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. I love you too. 5 seconds. You're in the way. You're in the way, silly. You're in the way. She's stretching too. Oh, rest. Stretching with our chair. Yeah. Oh, spilled my water. Shoulders in line with your wrist. Down. Arch. Good job, puppy. And up. Ah, like that. Stretch. Stretch. I think she gave up. And rest. We are done, my friends. We're all done. Good job. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the best assistant ever. She's like, yeah, I know. She's like, I know. Whew, let me move this out of the way. Watch out, puppies. Whew. Walking in place. Grab your water. We will hydrate a little bit together. And then I'll grab my glasses. And we'll see who's still here. Oh, goodness gracious. Walking in place. So I hope you like day 2 of the 14-day chair challenge. It is for back, abs, and arm fat. Cheers. Side steps. Whew, not too fast. Not too wide. Another cheers. Walking in place. Oh, my ear's ringing. Whew. Kicks. Oh my gosh. No time to get sloppy. So good posture. Core tight. Don't hold your breath. Shoulders in line with your hips. Going right into some knee lifts. Our heart rate should be pretty normal-ish after those few stretches with Mr. London. Walking in place. One more drink. And let's see who's still here. Now, if you still have a rapid heartbeat, keep doing your cool down walk until it gets back to normal or normal-ish. And don't skip the stretch, my friends. Stretch, stretch, stretch. All right, Nancy, hello, welcome. Uh-oh, restricted. Something happened there. MT, hello, welcome. Oh, Jimmy's here. Hello, thank you for your help, my friend. Joan, hi, respect the exercise, not the tarot cards. Please know you're being deceived by... Oh, Joan, I remember you. Welcome back, my friend. I hope you enjoyed today's workout and actually maybe even participated. Marky Mark. Those exercises where you're off the chair, where you're holding them, and then you do knee lifts, that is so difficult. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if it's a shoulder strength thing. I don't know. But I definitely need help in that area. Well, Jimmy, it's a good thing you were here because it would probably have been a very colorful chat today. My friends, I am going to end this live. I need to get in a shower, get cleaned up. And I want to thank you all for being here. Jimmy, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Let me see what he wrote for the last one. Well said, my friend. Well said. I would like to keep that and put it... Jimmy, can you put that in the community tab? I mean, you don't have to put Joan's name in there, but you could put that we appreciate your support in everything. Everything you said is just perfect and would look really good in the community tab. But again, I'm going to end this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's 1 mile and day 2 of that chair challenge. Whew. Yeah, I hope you have the best day ever. Don't forget to check out my membership levels. I offer 4 of them. Each level is a different price and offers the member something different. Subscribing is always free, and that will never change. Again, thank you, and have the best day ever. I'll see you in the next video.